Hey, and welcome to another episode of 365 Thoughts on Confidence. Today is day number 157, and today's thought on confidence, I think, is really the secret behind the most successful people in the world. So if you're ready to find out what that is, then please join me for today's video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and let's see what the most successful people in the world are doing to elevate their confidence. So this is it. I have been scouring the world via the internet for years now. What is the secret that the most confident and most successful people in the world have that the rest of us don't? What do they know that we still have to learn? And I seriously think that today's thought on confidence is that secret. I mean, there are so many, confidence is such a broad topic, and there are so many different layers, and it's also so contextual. So where you might feel confident in one thing kind of supersedes and overrides your confidence in another, and vice versa, and it's all interrelated. But I think that today's thought on confidence really speaks to where we should be focusing our attention if we want to have any kind of success in our lives, in our businesses, and if we really want to up our game in this field of confidence. So this is the thought of the day. Take that step, even if you don't feel ready. I mean, how many times have you had an inspired thought, like a flash bolt of lightning has struck you between the eyes, and you've got such clarity on what it is that you want for yourself, for your life, or for your business. Then when the dust settles on that inspiration, on that idea, on the picture in your head, when it comes to taking action towards making that a reality, you stop yourself in your tracks. You just stop right there without moving forward. How many of you have done that? I've done that so many times, it's annoying. I annoy myself. I annoy myself when I do that. It's so funny when you need to learn something, when you need to really up your game. Have you noticed that you get, in a very short space of time, repeated reminders of exactly the thing that you know you should be doing, that you're completely resisting doing because you're scared and you think that you're not ready? Have you noticed that? I'm exactly in that spot right now for my business personally. And the reminder that I'm getting, and it was so funny when I looked at this morning's thought on confidence, take that step even if you don't feel ready. I've been getting that message repeatedly in the last week. It's just bizarre. I believe that the most successful people in the world, they are the brave, courageous souls who have taken action in spite of not having all of the answers, not having all of the information, not having necessarily all the skills and the talents. They've just gone. They've just taken the step regardless. They recognize that they are not the expert, but they also recognize that if they want to become the expert, they have to actually take that first step. I do think that that first step is the most courageous move you will take. And that's where most of us get tripped up. That's where most of us self-sabotage, and we get in our own way because we're not brave enough to take that imperfect first step. We're not brave enough to just dip a toe outside of our comfort zone because we feel like we need to have all the answers and all of the insight and all of the perspective and the knowledge and the experience of somebody who's at that level when we're only down here. And so we are projecting ourselves up here when we are only down here, and we're expecting that we should have all of these things ticked off before we can go out the gates, but that's not how it works. If you think about it, it's so obvious. So we can never expect to have all of that hindsight and insight because we're not there yet, because we're still behind the gate. And because we don't have all that hindsight and insight, we will never feel ready down here. We will never feel ready because we don't have the information, we don't have the experience. And so yes, that does make us feel like we are lacking in confidence and expertise and all of those things that we require to be at that level. But we're never going to get to that level if we don't take imperfect action. Like, you hear this all the time. I think Tony Robbins coined the phrase take inspired action. And I think it should really read take inspired imperfect action. Like, let it be messy, let it be awkward, let it be scary, let it be completely, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna screw it up. Like, let's accept that, because it's only through screwing it up that we will learn and that we can then get to a point where we can take the next step. This is what I'm learning, this is what I'm implementing, this is what I'm teaching. You know, it is all about taking that imperfect, inspired first step. And that is the nature of that step, is that we will never feel ready, but we have to do it in spite of that. So yeah, for me, that's what the most successful people in the world do consistently. They consciously choose to jump before they are ready, while the rest of us, we sit in our safe harbors going nowhere. We sit in the safe harbors watching the brave, courageous, successful people taking that first unsteady step as they float off in their multi-million-dollar yachts. Who's laughing? Who's laughing? They are. And the rest of us, we sit back and like, what don't we get here? This is it. This is what we don't get. So I'm totally committed, and I want you to commit to starting before you feel ready. Feel that fear and do it anyway, as that book says. I've never read that book, but I use that title all the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it lights a fire under your bum. I hope it makes you want to go out there tomorrow, wake up early and write that email, or pick up that phone and make that call, or have that conversation with that person that you know needs to be done and that you know you're not ready to do, but you know it is the right thing to do. A mantra that I often refer to in my own mind is do what's right, not what's easy. Staying comfortable is easy. Doing what's right, not so easy. But when you know it's right, you know, and you've got to do it. So let me know in the comments down below, what are you committing to do tomorrow when you wake up in the morning? What is that thing that you've been putting off that you feel you're not ready to do yet, but you know it's the right thing to do? Let me know what that is. Come, let's hold each other accountable. That's part of this whole confidence conversation that we're having right here. We hold each other accountable. I tell you, I'm going to do that thing. I don't feel ready, but I'm going to do it. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to put it out there. You'll be the first to know when I've put it out there. Let's hold each other accountable. Let me know in the comments down below how I can keep you accountable. If this lit that fire under your bum, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, hit that notifications button, and then share this with your friend who also needs a fire lit under her bum. Let's do it together. We've got this. We can do this. Yes, in spite of all the fear. Until tomorrow, have yourself a fantastic evening. Whatever you do, do it in the most confident way possible, and just know if you're not feeling confident right now in this moment, by doing the thing, you will feel confident, more confident in the next moment. I'll see you tomorrow.